100 years, sea level has already risen between 5 and 9 inches and is still going up. You may think that's not a lot, but it is. Even a few feet of rise would put as many U.S. coastal cities and a large portion of Florida underwater. This is due to global warming. Some people say that scientists are overreacting and that the situation is not as bad as it seems. Well, think again. I have been interested in science, animals, and nature since I was a little girl. I have done a lot of research since then. Today I would like to tell you what I have learned about global warming, the cause and effect it has on the earth, and what each and every one of us needs to do to stop this cycle. Global warming is affecting everyone in the world more and more each day. Every continent is surrounded by an ocean. According to the Center of Environmental and Development, global warming makes the sea rise, and when the sea rises, the water covers many low-land islands. This is a big problem for many of the plants, animals, and people on the islands. The water covers the plants and causes some of them to die. When they die, the animals lose a source of food along with their habitat. Although animals have a better ability to adapt to what happens than plants do, they may die as well. When the plants and animals die, people lose two sources of food, plant food and animal food. They may also lose their homes. As a result, they would have to leave the area or die. This would be called a break in the food chain, or a chain reaction. One thing happening leads to another, and so on. The warming of the water is causing the ice to melt, which causes the water level to rise. This also has increased the ocean's temperature, which causes more hurricanes. Catastrophic hurricanes are more likely to hit coastal homes. Between 1970 and 2008, the number of Category 4 and 5 hurricanes worldwide has nearly doubled. In the 2000s, there were as many dangerous Category 5 hurricanes as the 1970s, 1980s, and 1990s all combined. The rise in temperature has also caused more temperature extremes, putting excess amounts of snow where they never were before and causing serious droughts in rain-deprived areas. Many different things cause global warming. Scientists have determined that a number of human activities are contributing to global warming by adding excessive amounts of greenhouse gases to the atmosphere. Greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide accumulate in the atmosphere and trap heat that normally would exit into outer space. On Friday, February 2nd, 2007, the United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the leading international group of climate scientists, published a 20-page of a much longer scientific report, The Physical Basis of Climate Change, which confirms global warming is unequivocal and states with more than 90% certainty that human activity is very likely has been the primary cause of rising temperatures worldwide since 1950. We should all avoid products with excessive packaging for many reasons. The production of the packaging uses additional energy, as well as the extra volume and weight will have to be transported by aircraft, ships, etc. Finally, the packaging will be thrown out and will need to be collected from your home by a large waste disposal truck, which then will take more space at a landfill site. According to peers, the most alarming danger is the once warming reaches a certain level, it could cause global climate and weather patterns to shift quickly and dangerously. We now have a fairly detailed understanding of the Earth's climate from the last 600,000 years and more. In the past, climate has not changed slowly, nor has it changed in a linear, incremental fashion. Abrupt changes dramatically alter life on Earth. Sudden shifts in temperature or ocean currents result when a certain amount of pressure to change is put in place. Ocean currents, like the Gulf Stream, that distribute heat and moisture around the world have historically changed in the course of a matter of a few years or even a few months. The historical record has shown us the devastation this sort of change can wreck entire ecosystems. Now, I know not all of us can afford to have the energy-efficient cars, and of course we all need to get to our jobs and our everyday activities. I'm not saying don't drive, but start eliminating all the excess trips that are unnecessary. You can do this a few different ways. Start by trying to group errands together. Instead of going out just to get milk one day and going to get the dog food the next day at your local Walgreens, plan ahead and do it all in one day. While you're at it, bring your own recycle bag to put your purchases in instead of wasting a plastic one. If you're planning to meet up with some friends from school at the mall, try to drive together. There's no reason to drive 5 separate cars when you're all going to the same place. Finally, unplug appliances and electronic items when you're not using them. Most people are likely unaware even an item is switched off, some current continues to be pulled through the cords. This is especially true of items that have a large AC adapter, such as phone chargers, incorporated on their cords. This wastes electricity, creating more pollution and costing you more money every year. Global warming is happening, and it does exist. I believe one reason why people do not believe this is happening is it does not always come in the form of temperature warming. I believe it should be called climate change because it comes in the form of weather extremes. I hope you'll join me in the forest in spreading the word that global warming is an issue, and each and every one of us needs to start to take an action. Thank you.